Oh, Halloween decorating contest. Bestest wins a gift card. I had one of the bestests at my last job. These ESPN employees about to find out today. I got some good stuff in here. Bought it earlier this year. Fitz ain't gonna know what hit him. Woo! Okay. Here we go. That Halloween contest is mine. Woo! Gift card. Gift card. Gift card.
I own Halloween. I own this place. This is all mine. I don't know. I own Halloween. Woo! I own this. There are certain things I'm sure of. I own Halloween, and I'm pretty sure I own Nashville. Let's just go with all of it. You are looking at the city. My house is like 15 minutes from the stadium. Nashville, Tennessee, site of tonight's Monday night matchup between the Bills and the Tennessee Titans in what should be a big night for both teams. He's Skubie Mageza. I am Jason Fitz. And for the next 30 minutes, we're going to get you caught up on everything you need to know for Monday Night Football. You excited, Scoobs?
Oh, yeah. I'm really excited. And you're clearly excited because you own Halloween, as you reminded me plenty of times.
Yeah, well, it's all in good, clean fun, but I do really everybody at the network talks about Legler. Legler, it's cute. What Legler does is cute. And, Tim, when you want to see how a real professional does it, just go to Hendersonville, Tennessee. I'm just saying, we've been doing it for a long time there. Scoobs, I am excited for this matchup. And for anyone that's never watched us before, for the next 30 minutes, we're going to get you caught up on everything that happened, everything that will happen. And the great thing is you can just authenticate, stay right here in the ESPN app, and that way you don't have to go anywhere. You can watch the game directly from your app. It's one of the handy-dandy features of watching Monday Tailgate as we do every single week. But we're going to do something a little bit of fun here. We're going to give you a little bit of a preview. We're going to get into some of what we're excited about. I think we're going to put up a shot clock here. So basically, we did this last year, Skubie. And Skubie, we're going to put up 60 seconds and give you the opportunity to, give us some of the things
I'm excited about. Especially for tonight, all right?
Yeah, for tonight in general. It can be anything. The clock is up. 1 minute. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And on your mark, get set, go!
I'm excited about Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, and King Henry playing on the same night. It's almost feeling like we haven't seen these guys play together in one game. Almost like that time where we were struggling to see Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell and a couple other people playing together in the same game together. We finally have it. Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, and King Henry coming together to play in one day. And another thing, Julio Jones. I've been a big Julio Jones fan for a long time, and I feel like he's got to have that game where he reminds everybody that he's the best wide receiver in the league, and a chance to do it on a national stage tonight is definitely going to be something fun to watch.
Well, and for everybody that doesn't know, I screwed the whole thing up because he's got other things he's excited about on top of the matchup that we'll get to in just a minute. I set Scooby up to give us a minute on something else. And, you're right. I think this is a big matchup for both teams. I think realistically, this is also like when I'm looking at this matchup, this is all about, frankly, the trenches. The offensive line for the Titans has been dreadful this year. So how that offensive line is capable of holding back the Bills' defensive line is going to be the statement of this game, I think. Now, the 2-minute drill was meant to be fun and dandy, and I took us completely off the rails. So we'll let Scooby go off again, but we're going to try and put the minute clock back up. I'm throwing the whole crew for a loop.
It's all good, baby. We out here to have fun.
Because I got something I'm going to get through my chest. I'm going to get Scooby. We're going to let Scooby go first. Now you can give us, I think, Scooby, you get to go with some paper, scissors, rock. Let's go.
All right, so 'tis a season of sports. It's a great year to be excited for sports because guess what, y'all? We got the NBA season starting up tomorrow. We just had the WNBA wrap up with a beautiful championship game, and we're having one of the best NFL seasons ever. And at the same time, I'm just excited to be here being with you, Fitz. It's great to be here at ESPN talking all these sports. We're going to have a lot of fun during the time that I'm here with you guys. And the NCAA football season is also just getting to a crazy point. We got some shakeups in the top 4, and we got some shakeups in the NFL. It's just a great time to be a sports fan.
You went too fast, Scooby. You got 25 seconds left. Anything else you want to tell me about?
I already rambled on about other stuff, and okay. so I'm going to go ahead and let you have more time for yours.
No, that's fair. That's fair. We're going to let the last 16 seconds go off the clock, though, because, let's. Oh, no. They faded it out. I'll give you a minute of something I need to get off my chest. and it's all about nothing with sports. Look, I feel pressure. Can we just talk about this for a second? Like, Squid Games, like everybody's in on Squid Games. I don't understand it. Like, I don't want to read my TV, Scooby. Like, I got basic needs in life. Like, in an ADD society where we're constantly up and down and watching and reading and looking at our phones at the same time, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go with the bad voiceover that's not going to feel good at all to the acting? Or am I supposed to read the screen? And at what point did I ever want to read the screen? Like, at some point, are they not going to make an English version of Squid Games and I can just watch that one?
Here, me, I don't mind it that much because clearly you don't watch anime. I only watch either sports or anime. That is my life, people, and I'm not ashamed to say it right here on the ESPN platform.
Look, I love me some cartoons. Like, I'm all in on cartoons all the time, but I'm also an old guy, so like my cartoons are also older. And secondarily, can we acknowledge how like cool people can say they watch anime and it's no big deal? Former fiddle players say they watch anime, we get beat up. That's just the way it goes. All right, so now that I've taken us completely off the rails, let's continue that process with a little game we like to call Caption This. Okay, we're going to throw up an image and we'll give you what we would caption it from some of the best of Week 6. And it starts here. My caption on this is simple. I'm going to say the only thing uglier than the actual game. ... I am throwing shade all over this. And at what point are we going to admit, like this London thing, I've been railing against it for years. Everybody says, they try and tell me, the league tries to tell me, that they do the London game because they want to grow the game internationally. Really? So you think Dolphins-Jags is going to grow the game internationally? You want to grow the game internationally, take the Cowboys and the Patriots out there. But we all know that they don't do that because ultimately the Cowboys and the Patriots get to protect their home games and keep that home money. At some point, the NFL just needs to stop lying. Like, just lie to me. Like, be honest to my face. Look at me and say, you know what? It's a trash game, and we figure we'll just move it over there because we can get a high gate. It's all about the cash, Scooby. I'm very cynical now.
That's a great point. Now I'm going to tell you a little caption of what I saw, because this one is comedy. The caption I got is, we're going to need some backup, because DeAndre Hopkins had them slide to the left, slide to the right. He hit them with the electric slide and scored a touchdown on this play with 3 dudes right in front of him. And man, oh man, Bill O'Brien basically gave DeAndre Hopkins away for free $99 off to a team that could most definitely use him. So that picture right there, we're going to need some backup because you're going to need more people to bring down DeAndre Hopkins when he's in the zone.
Important note here, Scooby. You went to a wedding over the weekend. Did you get up and do the electric slide at a wedding?
Yeah, I'm right. We did.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Right,
you can't not. You can't not.
How is it? We all walk into the wedding and we're like, no, not gonna. And then the minute the music comes on.
It's a dance that everybody knows and that everybody can hit. You know, it gets you nice and warmed up. That's how the DJ gets a party started.
This is my next caption. It's Patrick Mahomes, and he's thinking, turnovers aren't just tasty baked treats. I mean, I do love a cherry turnover, right? Like, at the end of the day, they're delicious. But also, let's acknowledge the fact that the Chiefs won a game where they yet again have just, it's like they forgot that you're supposed to take care of the football to win. I believe that if you were just playing video games, the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. But this year, they are not playing like it. And right now, tonight, we're going to see a team in the Buffalo Bills that is squarely, markedly better than the Kansas City Chiefs. And every week, I think this is the week they're going to come out, they're going to pull their heads out of their you-know-whats, and they're actually going to take care of the football. I know I'm wearing a Raiders hoodie, so it's easy to say it's all about bias. Let me be clear. The Chiefs are the most talented team in the AFC West. They're in last place because they can't stop turning over the damn football.
Nope, and they keep messing with that up. Keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned.
Yeah, that's fair. You got another caption for us?
Oh, yeah. This is Baker Mayfield. And what? Because Coach just told him that you're on your own, buddy. For real, Coach? I'm on my own? Yes, you are. First off, Nick Chubb is out with an injury this week. Well, last week he was. We don't know if he's going to be playing Thursday. Still looking really questionable. And now no more Kareem Hunt for 4 to 6 weeks with a calf injury as well. Baker Mayfield already has a shoulder leaning on one side while the other shoulder just tried to keep it up. So I think he's on his own. And Odell Beckham Jr. isn't happy to be there. It doesn't look like he is because he's not the OBJ that we're used to seeing. And Baker Mayfield, you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, and to that end, this was supposed to be a prove-it year for the Browns to figure out what to do with their quarterback. I'm not sure they're getting a lot of answers. One more caption this we're going to throw in, and I feel like, what are we seeing there? It's obvious what he's saying. Wait, I have to read subtitles to watch Squid Games? He's on my side.
Squid Games again.
Geno Smith, you can feel the heartbreak as he came in and really wanted to give his team the opportunity to win in what was actually a hell of a game last night, Scooby. But these are the types of games that we're used to seeing the Seahawks win, and this is the type that they lost.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really bad game in terms of having a chance to win and then it turning out like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, I'm not sure how the Seahawks figure all of this out, but my heart breaks for Geno Smith, realistically, and what he's got to figure out. In the meantime, Scooby, why don't you tell us what's coming next?
All right, now I'm going to send it to somebody who really knows the game.
My bad at the time.
I think you're going to be excited for this. He told me he has some questions for you. And he said he's going to help us out, make a better show today for the fan and for us. So take it away, Professor Scooby. Yeah, thank you, Scooby and Fitz. I appreciate you guys having me on. And I'm here to just make you guys a better, smarter football plan here at Scooby University. No student loans needed, so all of you can come join my class. And I got a great lesson for you. Lesson 1. You need to know that just like DJ Khaled, Lamar Jackson, all he does is win. He got his 35th win as a starting quarterback before the age of 25. Lamar Jackson now joins Dan Marino for the most wins by a quarterback before the age of 25. And Fitz, I have a question for you because I'm going to be asking you questions throughout this lesson, and I want to make sure that you're paying attention and that you've studied up before coming to my lesson. How many wins does Lamar Jackson have when they're leading by 14 points or more in a game?
I was told there would be no pop quizzes. I have no idea how many wins he has. I do know one game he lost, though, because I was there. I mean, I'm just saying. Go ahead. How many wins does he have, Professor?
Well, he is 23-1, and Fitz, from my understanding, you are a Raiders fan, sir. And yes, the team that he lost to is the one that you are representing on your shirt. So I wanted to make sure I pointed that lesson out to you and that you were studying. Now we go on to our lesson 2. Lesson 2, sir. Be quiet, listen.
Okay,
we're talking over here. You're in my class now.
My bad.
We'll stick with quarterbacks. And I want you to know that Kyler Murray loves the long ball. And when I talk about the long ball, he went 7 of 10 for 148 yards and 2 passing touchdowns on throws traveling more than 10 air yards down the field. It's his 4th game with multiple passing touchdowns on deep passes, more than he had his first 2 seasons combined. And the Cardinals are a team that are 6-0. They are playing outstanding this year. And my question to you, Mr. Fitz, is when was the last time the Cardinals won a championship? Because this seems to be their year.
A championship. Okay, first and foremost, are we grading on a bell curve or anything?
Just answer the question, sir.
Okay, 1932? I'm just pulling out a number out of the top of my head. 1932.
It has been 74 years, sir. They have the longest championship drought out of all 4 major sports.
What year was 74 years ago? Does anybody know? Am I close?
Listen.
Okay, sorry.
This is my lesson. I am Professor Scooby. You are Student Fitz.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
Thank you very much.
On to our next lesson. Lesson 3. Trayvon Diggs will pick off your mom, your favorite team's quarterback, or your auntie. The guy knows how to intercept the ball. Trayvon Diggs ties an NFL record to open a season with an interception in the first 6 games. 6 straight games he's had a pick, 7 total interceptions this season, which is tied with 5 other NFL teams. So he's doing more damage on the turnover side than some teams have been able to do altogether as a defensive back group. Now, my next question for you, Mr. Fitz. The first 2, you did okay. Let's hope 3rd time's the charm here. Which NFL player is Trayvon Diggs' brother? And who has scored more touchdowns this season out of the 2?
So now I'm going to go straight back to my high school days, and I cheated because it says here on the screen his brother is Stephon, and he has more. Trayvon has more touchdowns than Stephon. I definitely looked at somebody else's homework. I absolutely cheated, and that's how I got that question right.
Well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You ain't trying.
But the NFL knows one thing. Trayvon Diggs intercepted them as well. Straight took their account. That's how much they know the guy is dangerous when he's around, and he's around in that league. Now, to my final lesson of the day, Professor Scooby is going to tell you that we are having one of the best NFL seasons in history. Get this. 23 games this season where the game-winning score has come in the final minute of regulation. That's how many we have. That's the most through the first 6 weeks of the season since the 1970 merger. 18 games decided on the final play, and there has at least been one overtime game every week this season. Absolutely ridiculous. We saw a great game last night, and we have another one tonight, which might end in a great way. So my final question to you, Mr. Fitz, don't cheat for this one. Close your eyes if you have to. How many overtime games have been played this season?
Oh my God.
Don't look. Don't look.
8.
11.
Oh, I was so close. I get points for being close, right? Like, I didn't look at Professor Skubie. Don't I get something, right? Like, just give me.
You
what's
might
my
have to
letter
see
grade?
me. You might have to see me in some study hall hours, Mr. Fitz.
Oh, man, as usual. Like, here I was thinking I was doing. You know what? Professor Skubie has now schooled me. My grades are not going to be good at all, Professor. Thank you so much for the education. Let's keep getting an education from the great Stephania Bell as she gets us updated on all the injury news that you need to know from the big action over the weekend.
Thanks, Fitz. Well, there is plenty of injury news coming out of Week 6, and perhaps none bigger than the Panthers placing their star running back Christian McCaffrey on injured reserve, which came as a bit of a surprise considering he started to practice the week after he strained that hamstring in a Thursday night game. But this week proved to be too much. They placed him on IR, which means at least 3 games. His first time eligible to return will be in Week 9, and no guarantee he'll come back that week either. Christian McCaffrey carries a huge workload for the Panthers. He touches the football on average 23 times a game. That's more than any other player at his position in the NFL over the last 3 years. So stay tuned, and we'll hope for the best for Christian McCaffrey, but you're going to be missing him for quite some time. The Browns' backfield in trouble as well. They have a game coming up Thursday night. We know they're going to be without Kareem Hunt, who injured his calf and was carted off the field this past week. He will be out at least 3 games. His teammate Nick Chubb didn't even play in Week 6, also because of a calf injury, and is very questionable for Thursday night. So stay tuned there. Could be Dearness Johnson. And then over the Cowboys, Dak Prescott's had an incredible start to his season, but he leaves with a calf injury late in last night's game. And now we wait to hear the results. Good thing the Cowboys have a bye. It will give him some time to get better. Hopefully not too serious for Dak. Fitzy.
All right, Stephania, if there's anything I know, you're amazing. And you missed out, Skubie. Professor Skubie gave us quite the education. Like, it's like Clark Kent. I know, you should have been around for that.
Yeah, I mean, he's really helped me in the past, made me a smarter football fan. So I'm glad he could help everybody else out as well.
Dashingly good-looking guy, too. So,
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of dashingly good-looking, let's get a little bit of fun with some swag, all right?
Hold on. It's swag time.
Yeah, and this is what happened. Like, he brought a change of glasses. That's what, now I gotta admit, that is kind of swaggy.
I mean, the swag just goes up a couple levels when you throw on some stunners.
When I say swaggy, does it make all of it feel less swaggy? We're going to find out for the next several minutes as we go through some of the swaggiest moments from NFL Sunday. Now, I think we can all agree that Aaron Rodgers is going to be number 1, right? Like, it's touchscreen time. I get to have a little fun with technology. But Aaron Rodgers going off at Bears fans and letting them know that he still owns them is the swaggiest moment we've seen all weekend, right? We agree on that?
Yeah, besides you telling me you own Halloween, I do think that's a swaggy moment. He did an amazing job just owning Bears fans and letting them know that every time I see you guys, it's Dub City.
Can I tell you the world's fastest Aaron Rodgers story? So I'm playing this show, and this is like all these celebrities at a charity event. I'm playing the fiddle at the time. I walk out, beginning of the show, first song, we go out in the straight line. We play the toughest fiddle solo I've ever played in my life on a song called Done, and we do it while we're jumping up and down, right? So we get up in a line, we jump up and down, and I'm playing the fiddle while I'm doing it, and I see Aaron Rodgers sitting like 5 rows back there, all these celebs, right? And Aaron Rodgers sitting like this the whole time. Finished my fiddle solo, and Aaron Rodgers looks at the people sitting around him and goes, "You know what, Aaron? Fine, you deserve to get flipped off. I'm still holding that aggression all these years later. I'm in for it." They're like,
damn, you taking that personal, huh?
yeah, no, I just want to sit in Lambeau some point and, flip him off after a touchdown. Not that impressed. By the way, David Bakhtiari, his former teammate, did confirm on Twitter that this is exactly, so no one's trying to hide what he said, which is part of what I love about it. But if we're also talking about swaggy, let's go to the next, I think, swaggiest moment for the season, for the weekend, and that comes from the Ravens. I don't know if you guys saw this, but like the Ravens taking a group photo, Scooby, on the sideline, swaggy.
That wasn't just one of the most swaggiest moments of the week. It was also one of the most wholesome moments of the week. Listen, let me tell you, if you guys love each other and you love the game, you're going to do things like what the Ravens did. And they also handled business. So they came in there all relaxed because this was before the game. They just chilling, kicking it. They're like, yo, let's take a group photo and enjoy this swaggy win that we're about to get.
I mean, there is nothing swaggier than taking the photo before the game, as long as it works. Can we be real about, like, if it didn't work,
It would have been like the Giants bow picture. So
Oh, yeah.
what are y'all doing?
You are so stinking right about that. Next on my list of swaggiest moments from the, I can't believe I'm actually going to say this, but I'm going to give you a little bit of Jags love coming in swaggy here. And it's really about the celebration because Matthew Wright, like, when you haven't made a field goal all year, at this point, and I can't believe I'm saying that. He not only made the Jags' first 3 field goals of the season, but he hit a 54-yard field goal attempt to send it into overtime. For a team that hadn't made a field goal all year, to finally get one, you feel swaggy.
Yeah, I got to give respect to that because they got a win, and it was across the pond, and you know they needed that win as bad as anything. So to have your kicker save the day, I give you a little swag for that.
Yeah, by the
Not
way,
too much, but a little swag for that.
If your kicker graduated with a degree in aerospace engineering, like he's doing other things other than just kicking. So, you know, I'm just saying, might be the smartest guy in the room, obviously.
Make sure you hit your kicks. That's all I have to say.
That's all we all ask for in this one. Let's get you another swaggy moment here, and that next swaggy moment is coming in the form of Jamar Chase. We're putting him here. When you are throwing up Mossian numbers, just made that word up, that makes you swaggy all day long.
Yeah, seriously, because he not only has swag with the way that he dresses on the field, the guy wears number 1. If I see somebody wearing number 1 on the field, you better be one of the best players on your team. And he not only is one of the best players on the team, but he's a rookie putting up some crazy numbers. I mean, just look at 500 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns in the first 6 career games. When you're in the same category as Randy Moss, bro, that's special.
Yeah, and remember the preseason when everybody said Jamar Chase had totally forgotten how to catch a football? Kind of a nice moment. I'm going to throw one more in since it's my list and I get to do that. I'm going to put the Cowboys in at number 5, and that's mostly just to troll you because you're a Patriots fan. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting the Cowboys getting the big overtime, getting the big win. No.
Massachusetts is still here, so
Massachusetts.
Don't worry about what we're this close, Patriots fans. We got it. We'll be back.
That's a level of confidence I'm not sure that I would share. One thing I am confident in, Phil Murphy. Always confident in the great Phil Murphy. He is in Nashville getting ready for the Bills-Titans game. Let's see what he's got for us.
So I'm here outside the Nissan Stadium. I have some good local Tennessee barbecue coursing through my veins. And my friends, I'm sure, have some local Tennessee spirits coursing through theirs. Home teams this season are 5-0 on Monday Night Football. They gotta like the sound of that. Yeah. However, that's gonna be put to the test here against the Bills, who have the number 1 scoring offense and number 1 scoring defense in the National Football League. Guys, only 8 times before has a team had a plus 100 scoring margin through 5 games. 4 of the previous 8, they won the Super Bowl. That's why Bills Mafia is confident. But you have to look no further than 1 year ago on that field. 42-16, the final score. Derrick Henry sends Josh Norman into orbit. That little piece of confidence, that game, that result, the worst loss of Josh Allen's career, has to give the Titans and these fans a lot of confidence heading into Monday Night Football, Fitz and Skubie.
No time! I mean, Phil Murphy coming in hot, but I wouldn't have gone with the barbecue in Tennessee. I mean, again, like I'd have gone to Prince's maybe for the hot chicken instead of Hattie B's. I'm here to give you all the biscuit love, but don't go to the one in the Gulch. Go to the one on 21st. There's never a line. I mean, there's some rules to Nashville. One of the things, though, I have seen from everybody talking about this matchup is that the Bills Mafia has shown up. In fact, I've been talking to a couple of my buddies. I just was texting one a second ago, and he said that it is loud and it is chaotic, and it is a Buffalo-heavy stadium already. So I'm going to be interested to see because this is really such a big matchup right now. I mean, the Bills undoubtedly in the Super Bowl conversation, 35-plus points in 4 straight games. Do you think this is the week that the Titans can do what nobody else has done?
And that slow down Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Nah,
that ain't
I had to
happening.
ask.
Josh Allen has been playing at an MVP level this year. And this is his stat playing on Monday Night Football. He has 8 touchdown passes on Monday Night Football, and that's the most by any QB in his first 2 Monday Night Football start. He performs on Monday night, and we saw him perform last week on Sunday night, right? We saw him do his thing. Josh Allen loves these moments. Look at him flexing with the hand up over there. Just, I wonder if he's going to hurdle or truck somebody tonight. And we've seen the Titans struggling this year. I don't think they're going to slow him down. We'll see what happens.
I think if everybody started the clock today on Josh Allen and had no preconceived notions of who he ever was coming into the NFL, there'd be a much different conversation about him. I mean, at the end of the day, we've just got to admit that he's an MVP candidate. And to me, the Bills are clearly the best team in the AFC. Now, the other side of the ball, you've got the Titans, who are using Derrick Henry at an alarming rate, which every single year we're like, oh, well, it's going to end. And it isn't. Like, Derrick Henry, I believe, is in the midst of a Hall of Fame career. We are watching a Hall of Famer right now. So the question is, how do you shut down somebody like Derrick Henry?
Man, how can you shut down somebody that uses human practice dummies to to work at his stiff arm game?
How much would you need for that job? Hey, guys, we need a practice dummy just to be stiff-armed and thrown down by Derrick Henry. I'd do that for, like,
I feel like if I had the option of either doing that or working with customers, I'd probably do that. I hate customer service. Let me tell you. But Derrick Henry, here it is. Here's a video of him using practice dummies to stiff-arm them. But he's having an absolutely amazing seasons. I mean, 10 rushes with him hitting 20 miles per hour since 2019 at 6'3", 247 pounds, running 20 miles per hour. How do you stop that?
Well, and you don't. And the thing of it is, that's interesting to me, is that because the offensive line, as I mentioned earlier, for the Titans, they have not played well at all this year. In fact, it's been one of the league's worst offensive lines, and Taylor Lewan has been particularly a disappointment for somebody that's been paid a lot of money, right? And you look at this offensive line and the struggles. Right now, I thought that this offense was going to be unstoppable because of Julio and Brown and what that sort of was going to lead to for Tannehill. But the offensive line has played so poorly, they are stacking the box and saying, hey, the one way you won't beat us is with Derrick Henry. And Derrick Henry's still getting his. Like that, for whatever the problems are with the Titans, Derrick Henry, not one of them. It doesn't matter how you stack the box, he's still going to get his.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're taking it back to his high school games where they're giving him 35 carries a game.
Yeah, that's the other, like, go back and look at his high school carry numbers, his college, like, it's insane. Now, in the meantime, this is 2 division leaders right now, and you've got a 3-2 team versus a 4-1 team. 3-2 Titans, 4-1 Bills. So the question is, who needs a win more tonight, in your opinion?
Absolutely the Titans. I mean, when you look at the Titans' upcoming schedule, the next 4 games are the Chiefs, Colts, Rams, Saints. Come on. That's a difficult schedule.
Wait, run that again. Chiefs, Colts, Rams, Saints?
Yes, that's our next 4 games.
My God.
And when you look at that buzzsaw with all that coming up, they need this win tonight more than anything because they get Julio Jones back. They get A.J. Brown back. Granted, they're both not 100%, but when you look at what's coming up in this AFC South, which is already struggling, you're going to need these games because you're about to head into a buzzsaw.
Yeah, and I think the Bills right now are so far ahead of the rest of their division, and frankly, they're not going to change anybody's opinion one way or the other right now. That's going to come at the end of the season. Let's see what Brian Griese, part of our great Monday Night Telecast, thinks about this matchup.
Should be a lot of fun in the Music City tonight. The thing I'm watching for the most is, can Tennessee on offense create enough explosive plays? You have to anticipate that Leslie Frazier and the Bills are going to stack the line of scrimmage to stop Derrick Henry. That's been their MO the 3 times that they've played against the Titans. So the lanes to throw the football for Ryan Tannehill will be there down the field. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones are finally healthy together. You'll have all 3 of the stars on the field with Derrick Henry and those 2 receivers. The matchup on Tre'Davious White and Levi Wallace in man-to-man coverage down the field is going to be a big key in who wins this game.
All right, you guys, again, be sure if you're watching us in the app, you can authenticate. Right now, you can stay right here and watch Monday Night Football. It's time to get our picks in. Scooby, who you got in this one?
You know, the Bills' opponents heading into Sunday, prior to Sunday, were 8-17. This is a weak opponent, but still at the end of the day, I like the Bills.
All right, I'm with you on this. Like, frankly, for me, this isn't even going to be a close game. And I would love, like, it's funny because, I've lived in Nashville or did live in Nashville for over 20 years. And, everybody thinks that means I've got some Titans love. I covered the team for a while, and I want the Titans to come in and be successful. Sure, it's just not going to happen against this Bills team. The Bills team is the cream of the crop in the AFC. Who's our crew got in this one? Did they?
Squad
going Titans. Oh,
okay.
Oh, do we have
squad?
Have we ever noticed that the squad doesn't have to give their record at the end of these things for picks? I don't know.
I think it's because one of our producers is a Titans fan.
And by the way, was that the best Titan we could get? He's a little roly-poly. Not much of a Titan. I'm not trying to body shame the guy. I'm just saying, if I had to bet between this Buffalo and that Titan guy, advantage Buffalo. It's going to play out a lot like the game does. Scooby, any last thoughts?
One weighs heavier than the other, but still runs faster.
Well, always remember, I don't have to outrun the Buffalo. I just have to outrun Scooby. That's all I got to do.
That's not happening either.
And that's probably, Scooby see me run. It's really more of a waddle. He's Skubie Mageza. I'm Jason Fitz. Everybody behind the scenes works their tail off to make this show happen. Be sure to stick around right here. Check out Monday Night Football coming at you live from Music City. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.